Here's a number that'll stop you in your tracks. Up to 40% of seniors walk around every day in a state of chronic dehydration, and most don't even know it. Why? Because of one outdated myth that refuses to die.
And the craziest part? It's not about how much water you drink. It's when and how you drink it that makes or breaks your health after 60.
Welcome to the Best Life Senior Podcast, where we cut through the noise and give you the real, science-backed answers to feel younger, move easier, and stay sharp.
And today we're busting open a hydration habit that could be silently draining your energy, drying out your joints, and even messing with your blood pressure.
If you've ever thought, I don't feel thirsty, so I must be fine, this episode is for you. Let's dive in. All right, Dr. Franklin, let's get right into it. What is this dehydration myth that's doing more harm than good?
It's the idea that you should only drink water when you're thirsty. For decades, that's what people believed. Listen to your body, they'd say. But here's the truth. By the time you feel thirsty, your body is already behind.
That's huge. So many of us grew up hearing that. Wait for the signal, then sip.
Exactly. But aging changes how your body sends signals. After 60, your thirst reflex dulls, just like how your eyes need stronger glasses or your ears need a bit more volume.
So, seniors might think they're perfectly hydrated when they're really running on empty?
That's right. And the symptoms creep in quietly. Fatigue, joint stiffness, brain fog, dry skin, but we write them off as just getting older.
But it's not just aging. It's dehydration in disguise.
Exactly. I had a patient, 72 years old, told me she was losing her balance and just didn't feel like herself anymore. Turns out she was drinking just 2 small glasses of water a day because she never felt thirsty.
And once you corrected that?
A few weeks of structured hydration, nothing fancy, and her energy came back. Her balance improved. She said she could finally go on walks without worrying she'd need to sit down every 5 minutes.
That's incredible. And it really drives home how we've been taught to wait for thirst instead of staying ahead of it.
And here's another layer. Seniors often avoid drinking water on purpose to cut down on bathroom trips, especially at night.
Yes, I've heard that so many times. I don't want to be up all night, or I don't want to risk a fall going to the bathroom.
It's a real concern, but what they don't realize is mild dehydration increases fall risk more than those extra steps to the restroom. It affects your balance, coordination, even your blood pressure when you stand up.
So the fear of falling actually makes them more likely to fall.
That's the irony. We need to reframe hydration as preventative medicine. It's not just about comfort. It's about staying strong, sharp, and stable.
That hits home. And it's so simple. No pills, no procedures, just better hydration habits.
Exactly. And in the next few minutes, we'll cover the ideal hydration schedule for seniors, the hidden triggers that drain your body without you knowing, and the one drink that seniors think helps, but actually dehydrates you faster.
Let's talk about one of the biggest misconceptions I still hear in clinics today. If your urine is clear, you're fully hydrated. Is there any truth to that?
It sounds right on paper, doesn't it? But here's the thing. Crystal clear urine isn't always a good sign. In fact, for seniors it can be misleading and even dangerous.
Dangerous? Most folks I talk to see it as a gold star for hydration.
That's the myth. Clear urine can mean you're drinking too much, too fast. It can flush out important electrolytes like sodium and potassium, which are crucial for nerve function, heart rhythm, even brain clarity.
So too much water can actually throw the body out of balance?
Especially in seniors. The kidneys slow down with age, so when you overload the system, thinking more is better, you risk dilutional hyponatremia. That's a fancy way of saying low blood sodium, which can cause confusion, headaches, weakness, even seizures in extreme cases.
And I imagine symptoms like that get chalked up to just getting older.
Exactly. A lot of seniors are told to hydrate more, but without any context. So they sip all day, even when they don't need to, and suddenly they feel foggy or lightheaded.
So the better question isn't, is my urine clear? But is my hydration supporting my whole system?
That's it. Hydration isn't a one-size-fits-all deal. It's about consistency, balance, and timing. Your body needs water, yes, but it also needs salt, potassium, and proper flow. Too much water too quickly, especially without minerals, can actually drain your energy instead of fueling it.
It's like overwatering a plant. The roots get soggy and the whole system weakens.
Exactly. And what most people don't know is that hydration is also tied to muscle strength, joint lubrication, and even mental sharpness. It's not just about quenching thirst.
Which is why it matters how we hydrate, not just how much. So what should seniors be doing instead?
We're going to get into that. Coming up, we'll break down the hydration rhythm that works best for people over 60, why your morning beverage may be making you more dehydrated, and how to spot hidden dehydration even if you think you're doing everything right.
All right, you've busted the myth wide open. So let's talk about what does work. What kind of hydration routine should seniors actually follow?
Simple answer: small, steady sips throughout the day. No guzzling, no extreme water challenges, just gentle, consistent hydration, especially during the first 2-3 hours after waking.
Why the morning?
Because your body wakes up dehydrated by default. You've just gone 6 to 8 hours without a drop of fluid, and that's when joints are the stiffest, blood is the thickest, and your brain runs slower.
And most folks think their morning cup of coffee takes care of that.
That's the mistake. Coffee, especially on an empty stomach, acts as a mild diuretic. That means it tells your kidneys to release water rather than hold on to it.
So you wake up dehydrated, and then drink something that dehydrates you more?
Exactly. And we wonder why seniors feel lightheaded or foggy in the morning. They're amplifying dehydration before the day even begins.
What's the fix? Should people stop drinking coffee altogether?
Not necessarily. But here's the trick. Start your morning with 8 to 12 ounces of room temperature water before anything else. Add a pinch of sea salt or a splash of lemon juice if you like.
Why room temperature?
Cold water can shock the digestive system early in the day, especially for seniors with sensitive stomachs. Room temperature helps your body absorb it more easily, like soaking into dry soil instead of running off the top.
That's such a vivid image. I can picture stiff joints soaking it in like a sponge.
That's the idea. Once your body has that initial hydration foundation, you can enjoy your coffee without the same dehydrating effect. And here's the bonus. Many seniors report better bowel movements, more energy, and fewer morning aches just by changing this one habit.
So it's not about cutting coffee. It's about what comes before it.
Exactly. Water first, then your brew. That alone can improve blood pressure stability, joint function, and brain alertness before breakfast.
Coming up, we'll share the surprising foods that act as hydration heroes, and one common medication combo that's quietly draining your fluid reserves without warning.
You'll want to check your bathroom cabinet after this one. What's hiding in there might explain more than a few of your symptoms.
Let's switch gears, Dr. Franklin. We've talked water, we've talked coffee. But what about food? Can certain foods actually keep seniors more hydrated?
Absolutely. In fact, up to 20 to 30% of your daily hydration can and should come from food. And the best part? These are foods seniors often already enjoy.
Give us some favorites. What should be on the plate?
Start with cucumbers, watermelon, oranges, strawberries, celery, and lettuce. They're all over 90% water, and they deliver minerals and fiber at the same time.
So it's not just water, it's hydration that actually sticks.
Exactly. These foods slow down water absorption, so your body holds on to it longer. And they also help regulate digestion, which is often a problem for older adults.
That explains why some folks say they feel more energized after a salad than a glass of water.
It's not in their head. And here's another tip. Soups and stews are fantastic for hydration, especially if you add bone broth. Warm liquids tend to soothe the gut while replenishing fluids.
But now let's talk about the other side of the coin. The things that are robbing seniors of hydration without them even realizing. Medications?
This one's big. So many prescriptions that seniors take every day. Blood pressure meds, antacids, allergy pills, painkillers. They all come with a hidden cost.
And that cost is water?
Exactly. Many of these drugs are diuretics or have a diuretic effect, That means they cause the kidneys to flush out more water, even when your body can't afford to lose it.
So you're treating one issue while unknowingly triggering another?
Right. Take blood pressure meds. They're essential for many people, but if you're not adjusting your hydration, you can feel dizzy, confused, weak, or even fall, and not realize the connection.
Because the symptoms look like aging. Or medication side effects.
Exactly. But when we run lab work, it's often just dehydration caused by the meds. The fix? Tailored hydration, balanced with electrolytes, based on what you're taking.
So what should someone do if they're on these medications?
Speak with their doctor or pharmacist. Ask, does this increase fluid loss? If yes, then increase water intake slowly and add small amounts of natural electrolytes, like coconut water, bone broth, or a pinch of sea salt in water.
And never assume that drinking more is the only answer.
Exactly. It's about balance. Because too much water without enough minerals is just as dangerous as too little water.
Coming up next, we're going to answer a question we get all the time. Do hydration supplements actually work for seniors? Or are they just a scam in fancy packaging?
Some are snake oil, but a few? They're actually game changers, especially if you sweat a lot, take meds, or have digestive issues. We'll break it all down.
All right, Dr. Franklin. Let's stir the pot a little. Hydration supplements. You know, the packets, tablets, drops that promise to hydrate you 3x faster. Are they actually worth it?
Some, absolutely. Others, a complete waste of money. The truth is, not all hydration needs are the same, and the supplement world knows that, so they often sell big promises in small packets.
Let's break it down. What is in a legit hydration supplement?
You're looking for a few key ingredients: sodium, potassium, magnesium, and glucose. When combined in the right ratios, they help your body absorb water more efficiently at the cellular level. That's what we call oral rehydration therapy, and it's actually been used in hospitals for decades.
So the good ones mimic what hospitals give for dehydration?
Exactly. But here's the catch. Many over-the-counter versions have way too much sugar or too little sodium, and some are packed with artificial dyes and sweeteners that offer zero health benefit.
And for seniors, sugar spikes and artificial junk are the last thing they need.
Right. What we want is a balanced formula. Something like 1 gram of sodium, 400-700 milligram potassium, 60-75 milligram magnesium, and a little glucose to help absorption. Not 20 grams of sugar in neon colors.
So, when do seniors actually need a hydration supplement?
There are 3 big cases. 1, if you take diuretics or multiple medications that flush out fluids. 2, if you sweat heavily, either from exercise or heat. 3, if you have digestion issues that impair absorption, like IBS, diarrhea, or frequent constipation.
So for the average senior just going about their day, stick to water and hydrating foods?
Exactly. But if they notice signs like chronic dry mouth, muscle cramps, lightheadedness, or brain fog, that's a signal to consider an electrolyte boost.
What should they avoid?
Avoid anything that says hydration booster, but doesn't list exact electrolyte amounts. If they hide it behind a proprietary blend, put it back on the shelf. Transparency matters.
And flavored water? Those vitamin waters that claim to hydrate better?
Mostly hype. Unless they have those core electrolytes in proper doses, it's just glorified juice with a fancy label. The real test is, does it improve how you feel within 30-60 minutes of drinking it? If not, it's probably not doing much.
So hydration supplements aren't magic. But for the right person, at the right time, they can make a big difference.
Exactly. And always check with your doctor if you're on medication, because some electrolyte blends may interact with blood pressure or kidney function.
Next up, we're going to answer one of the most common senior concerns. What's the safest way to hydrate before bedtime without waking up all night or risking a fall?
That's a good one. Hydration doesn't have to end in midnight bathroom marathons. We'll share the bedtime hydration trick that keeps you nourished and lets you sleep soundly.
All right, Dr. Franklin. We've covered hydration through the day, but now let's talk about the nighttime dilemma. A lot of seniors ask us this. How do I stay hydrated without getting up 3 times a night?
It's a real concern. And you're right, the fear of falling at night is one of the top reasons seniors intentionally cut back on fluids after dinner. But that can backfire.
Backfire how?
Well, if you stop drinking water too early in the evening, say around 5 or 6 p.m., you risk waking up dehydrated with leg cramps, dry mouth, or even headaches. And dehydration can disrupt your sleep quality, just like caffeine or blue light.
So no water at night actually makes the night worse?
Exactly. But here's the good news. You can hydrate smartly before bed without overloading your bladder.
Let's hear the strategy.
You want to wind down hydration window, a small amount of fluid, about 60 to 90 minutes before bed. Think of it like a pre-sleep top-off. Not too much. About 4 to 6 ounces of water, or better yet, a hydration-rich food or warm herbal drink that your body absorbs slowly.
What would that look like?
Half a cup of warm bone broth, a few slices of cucumber or orange, or a mild herbal tea like chamomile or rooibos. Avoid strong diuretics like green tea or black tea. Those will send you running.
So it's not about how much you drink, but what you drink and when you drink it.
That's it. Timing matters. And here's another tip. Go to the bathroom right before bed, even if you don't feel like you have to. This resets the bladder clock and reduces the chances of waking up.
And what about people who are still waking up? Could it be something else?
Absolutely. Medications, blood sugar swings, even poor circulation can play a role. But from a hydration standpoint, that gentle top-off before bed keeps fluid levels stable through the night without flooding the system.
And just like that, you're sleeping deeper, waking less, and feeling sharper in the morning.
That's the goal. Because great sleep and great hydration go hand in hand. One supports the other.
Coming up, we'll wrap up with a hydration checklist every senior should follow. A quick routine you can start tonight to feel better tomorrow.
No guesswork, no gimmicks, just real habits that support your energy, clarity, and movement. Let's bring it all together.
We've covered a lot today, Dr. Franklin. But if someone's just tuning in, or they want a simple action plan, what does smart hydration for seniors really look like?
Here's the blueprint. No fads, no overthinking. Just real habits that support your joints, brain, and energy every single day.
Let's take it from morning to night.
First thing in the morning, 8-12 ounces of room temperature water. Before coffee, before food. This wakes up your organs, flushes out toxins, and rehydrates after sleep.
Bonus points if you add a slice of lemon or a pinch of sea salt.
Exactly. Then through the day, sip, don't chug. Think small sips every hour or two, and load up on hydrating foods like cucumbers, oranges, berries, lettuce, or soups.
And coffee or tea?
Enjoy it, but balance it. For every cup of coffee, have a small glass of water. It keeps the hydration equation even.
Now for the tricky part, evening.
Stop drinking large amounts 90 minutes before bed, but don't skip fluids entirely. A light broth, small herbal tea, or juicy fruit can offer just enough hydration to get you through the night without extra bathroom runs.
And what about medications?
If you're on blood pressure meds, antacids, or anything with diuretic effects, talk to your doctor. You may need a hydration routine that supports electrolyte balance, especially if you're feeling foggy, dizzy, or weak.
So hydration isn't just water. It's timing, balance, and awareness.
That's it. If you're feeling sluggish, stiff, or off, it might not be aging. It might be dehydration. And the good news? This is one of the easiest things to fix.
Take one step today. Start with your morning water, or your hydration-rich lunch, or a light evening tea instead of skipping fluids.
Your body will thank you, with better sleep, clearer thinking, easier movement, and more energy to enjoy the life you love.
That's the goal. We'll leave you with this. Hydration isn't about drinking more. It's about drinking smarter. Start today and watch how quickly things begin to shift.
We believe in you. You've got this.